Are women comparing themselves to men too much? I in this day and time of all of this talk of high value men, high value women, you really just wonder what's really going on. And I think this is the feminine, the feminist push, feminism push, coming to a head, where and they need a little be it seems to be a bit more of an overcorrection, because now we have many women who are doing well in the world and who are making all sorts of money that they've never made before, but really trying to step onto a measuring paradigm that is on par with men. I'm hearing, the chatter and the talk out there, and the high value man conversation is a big one right now, especially in like, the female community, male community, the relationship community, the black community, black men, black women, black and brown men and women. And there's so many things that are kind of lost in this, because so many people have versions of what high value is. And I like to understand that, and I do believe that for every high value man, and at least the way that we're going to describe it right now, somebody that signs their own checks, you know what I mean? Somebody that has a bit more, has attained a freedom strategy and is living it. Most people feel that it means that they make over six figures, 6 figures and over. Some people say they have their own home, they're a business owner, many different ways, but all of it falls within the fact that they're a high wage earner. So now, if we had put, so now the thing is this, and you even wrap the idea of capitalism and using the numbers as the scoreboard. And women are now competing with men in the workplace, so now they're using these numbers as a scoreboard. But the difference is, man and woman both graduate Harvard, going out into the business world, or let's say they're both in school, or they're both going for their masters or something. The thing is this: men will always be able to develop their relationship. They'll find a girl, they'll have a girlfriend, they'll be able to work those two paths. Where women, a lot of times, they just delve straight in and really focus on that. And I see that a lot in the black community. And by the time they pick their head up, they're in their 30s and are looking for the next, while men have been dating throughout and either can marry and just kind of have both lines kind of going and developing, while in a lot of cases women are just really pouring themselves, especially black women, are pouring themselves into their work so that they can then strive and then come up years later really pushing that biological clock and ending up in a lot of cases alone. And is that because the stick, the measuring stick, is that what it is? There's a lot of men who get with a lot of these really powerful women and aren't really able to cope, because women have developed a lot of this masculine traits to make it into the workplace. So that falls within awesome for women, bravo, get your money. But on the relationship side, many relationships suffer. And I'm from what I'm grasping and hearing, high value men don't really want a headache. The reason high value men want a woman that's simple, you know, that cares, that can really deal with you as a man, let you be a man supposedly, you know, and it's tricky. Yeah, it's tricky. I'm not gonna sit here and just say it's just one thing or the other. But what I do see is that women are sacrificing relationships and the ability to hold down relationships because they want to get that bag. Great, get it, but still cultivate the ability to kind of be with men, understand what men are, not look at them as adversarial. You know, yeah, it's a quandary, big time. You know, it's just some wild thoughts. I mean, I definitely have, you know, some ideas to kind of get men to figure it all out so that they can be better leaders, so then the women can follow. But it's always interesting hearing the stuff on the internet and the type of information that's coming out and what people are actually believing. Like, look, women are women, men are men. The divine is where you want to be, right? So that leaves that's a natural ebb and flow, yin and yang of those two energies where all of us want to be. But for those who are still going through it, be careful. You know, be careful what you sacrifice to get the coin. You know, men, again, learn men. Understand what men want. You know, and how simple men really are. You know, and vice versa, men. Learn what women want and learn how to pick the right woman. That's the biggest thing. It doesn't matter for the whole masses because you're not trying to deal with the whole masses, but learn how to pick the right woman for you, especially if you're an entrepreneur. Because you don't want to come home to a woman that's going to stress you out, pull from you. You want somebody that's building because this is how we level up. So women, figure out your man. Figure out men. Don't compete. Doesn't make sense. We're different. And the same, all in the all at the same time. Find your similarities, know the difference between biology. That's all I gotta say about that.